Bruce Rivers, he's the criminal lawyer. Who is he? Bruce Rivers, he's the criminal lawyer. And who is he? Bruce Rivers, he's the criminal lawyer. And what he do? And it's gonna react to all the self-snitching.
Hi, this is Bruce Rivers, and welcome to another episode of Criminal Lawyer Reacts. And we are reacting to King Von Demon. Now, remember, I'm board certified as a criminal defense lawyer. I actually try cases. I have a caseload. This is just something fun that we do between my son and I, and you guys out there. And we're trying to impart a message of constructiveness about living your life, the best life that you can. And I know all of you are trying to do that. I get so many responses from people talking about their future plans, building. Remember what I said about building? Everyone of you, no, I don't care how old you are, you should always be building. Building relationships, building on your future, building on your education, just building your life. And by the time you're few years down the road, you look back and you see what you built, you make better decisions down the road. And that's what it's all about, right? Making good decisions. Anyway, so today we're reacting to King Von Demon. First of all, you should follow us on Instagram. If you're not following on Instagram, something's wrong. You need to be on Instagram. You follow us on Instagram. And if you look at the description on this video, you can get one of these. So get on there, and I want to see a whole bunch of you guys together in my hat, or in the Stop Self. That would be so awesome if I get a group of you guys, and I'll post those photos on Instagram. I would love to see that, like just a shit ton of you guys. And lastly, before we get to the video here reaction, we are producing or co-producing or sponsoring our first show. Coming up on September 28th at the 7th Street entry, which is on the north side of First Avenue in Minneapolis. Artists of Tomorrow. We'll put a link to that in, you can find that on Minnesota Hustle on Instagram, and we'll also put a link on our Instagram. So we got a rap show, and I will be doing a meet and greet there personally. And I'll also be introducing one of the acts. So I'll be kind of an MC that night as well. So I got to figure out what to wear. Maybe you guys could help me out with that. So without further ado, here is King Von Demon.
If Drew didn't film it, then it ain't filmed right.
Then it ain't filmed right. So right away, here we are. He sees that his buddy Whitey killed right in front of him. And I'm assuming this is talking about a real event. Shit turned me into a demon. Now, that is what this does. When people see violence, it begets violence. When they see their ops killing their people, their homies, it gives them, rage, and turning him into a demon turns him into a creature of violence. I'm trying to put my whole team on. In other words, putting things together so they can go exact revenge. Most of these, let's see, let me tell you the truth. Most of these fellas, they foo. And they don't even really fuck with you. He's trying to tell you that he's the real deal and that he will fuck with you. So this is what this is a kind of self-snitching thing that we were talking about earlier. He's talking about an exact plan he's talking about somebody that died and how he's getting revenge. Now, I don't know if this is self-snitching or not, but if, like I said before, if they can link this up to any particular facts, this could have been used in, if you remember, King Von died last November, and he was facing some pretty serious charges. Now, I don't know if these are actual events he's talking about, but if they were, they could have used against him, but obviously he's not around to face anything, so.
I was in the zoo shooting shit with zoo. Talk about bodies, I got a few. Plus 3, 3 plus 2. I'm Vaughn, nigga, who.
Bodies, I got a few. That is self-snitching.
We gon' bet 'em all when they free. Never been stingy, you can get it too. Glock is never jamming, aim it, then I shoot. I be missing granny, probably Papa Zanny. Give a bitch a plan, be hug in the.
So the Glocks actually are probably the most reliable firearm out there for a semi-automatic. I do think it's interesting that he's probably Papa Zanny beforehand, and I don't know if that's to ease the nerves, but that's a pretty popular thing to do just before. So he says, walk a mile in my shoes. He thinks he's the only one that can handle what he's about to do.
Can't do the shit that I do. Niggas can't shoot the guns that I shoot. Niggas ain't built like that and that's cool. Niggas wasn't killing shit in high school. I was keeping quiet, I was being cool. I don't give a fuck, nigga, fuck, even if it rain, bitch, we coming through.
Fuck duck, I think that we know who that refers to. And I don't give a shit. I keep it quiet. I keep it on the down low. You know, I think he's just trying to really highlight his street sense and his dedication to the life.
Why they got killed, I seen it. I was right there, still can't believe it. Shit turned me to a demon. Police asked me, ain't seen none. Back to back hits like a rerun. Me and T-Roy was scheme on. I'm trying to put my whole team on.
But, you know, back to the hits like a rerun. In other words, back to the old way of doing things, back to going after the people who went after your guy, you know, and how many times do I have to say it? It's just violence begets violence. But I like the song. I mean, I think King Von is, he puts together a really excellently produced video, and I like the lyrics. I mean, I not agreeing with the perpetuating of violence, but I do like the imagery, and like we said about mob movies, who doesn't like a good mob movie? This is kind of along that same genre. And so you can see, you know, at the end, he ends with the bare feet and his shoes. And he was trying to give people his shoes. And nobody would take them because they can't walk in his shoes. So that was King Von, Demon. You know, it's really sad when you think about it because, you know, he talks about being a thug. He talks about just not giving a flying fuck, you know, he's doing that. And he's not here to tell us why. He's not here to talk about it. He's not here to give us another album, you know, to give us another video, something fresh that he hasn't recorded yet. And why? Because of the life. You know, I mean, I'm not saying that he deserved to die, but I am saying that his going, you know, the perpetuating, the tit for tat is really what caused his death. And so I want everybody listening to this to figure out a way to not be in that cycle. Figure out a way to be the best you can be. You know, be somebody's champion, be somebody's mentor, be somebody that you can be proud of. Be proud of yourself. You know, build. So these are just my thoughts. This has been King Von, Demon, Bruce Rivers, Criminal Lawyer Reacts. pick up one of these hats, and I'd like to see a gaggle of 20 or more people. Tell you what I'll do. You guys buy a hat with all your buddies, and the best photo wins $100. So send it in to me at Instagram, and we'll see you next time.